Hey guys, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I'm coming on today with kind of a surprise video. As many of you guys know, today is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. It is January 12th. I just happened to pull a few cards. I do that every once in a while, like just for myself. And the messages that started to come out, I immediately knew was for like a bigger audience than just me. Like, so I was kind of like being told to make a video about this. Now, since yesterday, I usually get most of my messages through numbers, songs, and dreams. And then sometimes I'll have stuff happen like in my everyday life that kind of represent something. But I got it like bombarded with a ton of songs today. So I'm going to go through some of the songs that came through, what I think they mean, and then I'm going to go through what I pulled earlier, and I'm going to pull a few more cards on this. So, take whatever resonates with you. This is a very like collective message. I'm sure it will resonate for people like on an individual level as well. And it is directly related to the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Also, I've been really sick for the last week, and I have not uploaded the fire sign videos yet. So please be patient. Usually if I can't upload particular videos right away, there's usually another reason behind that. So there may be some time that needs to pass before I do those. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the songs that came through. So, okay, let me see here. Ramble On and Shook Me All Night. So Ramble On by Led Zeppelin and Shook Me All Night by AC/DC. I feel like these songs are directly related to the earthquakes and the volcanoes that are happening right now. And a lot of this is happening because Uranus just went direct. It just came out of retrograde and just started going direct. And so we're dealing with a lot of weather things and like catastrophic like events that have to do with Mother Earth. I've gotten the message that Gaia is basically purging at this time because there needs to be a change and a shift. And that is exactly what this Pluto-Saturn conjunct is representing. We're kind of stepping into a whole new world. And some of you guys may be seeing this right away. Some of you guys, it may take, 6 months or a couple years for us to fully be able to see this on a global scale. So some of the other songs that I got, let me see here. Something's Got a Hold on Me by Etta James. I feel like this was directly related to Mother Gaia. If you listen to like the lyrics of that song, it's like almost like she talks about love having a hold on her, and I feel like this has a lot to do with the people that are awakening, the people who are transforming into more of an unconditionally loving vibration, and how that is helping to shift and change where we are and how the earth is kind of reacting right now. Okay. Feel It Still by Portugal the Man. Again, I think that this is kind of like related to the Something's Got a Hold on Me by Etta James. There's I'm not quite sure. For some reason, the lyrics are lost to me, but I know that this song, look it up and look at the lyrics yourself if you want to. It's sometimes I get a good feeling. And so I kind of, again, feel like that is related to like light workers and Mother Gaia. And it's kind of connected to that. Something's Got a Hold on Me by Etta James. The next two that I came across or that kind of came to me was You Can't Always Get What You Want by the Rolling Stones and Voodoo by Godsmack. So both of those songs I feel like are related to toxic masculinity, which is what we're kind of changing at the moment. And I think that not just men, But people who kind of have held on to this patriarchal way of living, which is most of us because that's what we're used to, we're dealing with a lot of changes and shifts. So you can't always go get what you want, but you're always going to get what you need. And that's kind of what's happening with a lot of people right now. And then Voodoo by Godsmack, I feel like was kind of directly related to masculine energies. I feel like it's almost like there's been some kind of like a spell over them, and there's like this overcoming of this. So these songs may resonate with some of you guys. I know that they're like all over the place. I get a lot of songs that come to me randomly, and sometimes I really have to kind of pull them apart to figure out what they mean. But I'm going to go ahead and get into this reading. So the first three cards that I pulled was Death and Rebirth, Intuition, and the Eight of Air. So obviously there's like a transformative energy going on here. There's like this intuitive knowing, especially with feminine energies, that this is happening for a specific reason. And there's a lot of choices and decisions that need to be made individually and on a collective level. So to clarify Death and Rebirth, I had the King of Pentacles, which again, this is this patriarchal masculine type of energy. So this energy that is kind of revolving around greed, money, holding the feminine energies, like submissive. That is what is changing and transforming right now. I clarified the intuition card with the Two of Chalices, and as you can see, there's like this eclipse here. This to me is the masculine and feminine coming together in more of a harmony, more equality. And this is within ourselves and also within people in our lives. So like we have this masculine and feminine, more of like this healthy type of energy that's coming together in a more harmonious way now. Because of the transformations that are taking place right now. So I clarified the Eight of Air with the Nine of Pentacles and the Chariot. So here I feel like, I mean, in this image of the Nine of Pentacles, this, feminine type of energy is like kind of, showing like be quiet or like there's a secret or something. And again, it kind of attaches to this intuitive knowing. Like there's this intuitive knowing that things are kind of happening for a reason. And a lot of it is surrounding like money, material things, government, the way that things have been ran. And there is this, again, like this equality of masculine and feminine energies coming together to create a new way. This is very like dualistic energy here, but it's coming together harmoniously to create something new. Okay, so the other cards I pulled here was the King of Water and the King of Air. So again, this big, huge focus on masculine energy. And this was clarified by the Temperance card. So this is the masculine energy specifically coming into a balance of water and air energy. So this is emotional and mental energy that is coming into balance on a masculine collective level. So what is taking place right now is helping the masculine to embrace more of this balance between the mind and the heart and kind of embody more of a feminine type of an energy. Not be completely feminine, but balance that feminine and masculine within them. And then here I have the Six of Fire. With this card, I got, compromise, tradition, like a truce, and I clarified that with the Knight of Chalices. So I feel like it is like this new opportunity to change the traditions. It is like something kind of being offered up by the earth and by the universe to change the way that we have been doing things here. And again, like very similar to the Chariot card, I mean, you have like this black and white, male and female, like very dualistic energies that are kind of coming together here. And then the last set of cards that I pulled was the Seven of Water, the Eight of Fire, Body and Mind with the Five of Fire. This to me was releasing old toxicity on a spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional level, balancing out the body and the mind. And this is creating some conflicts and some things to kind of erupt within many people's lives and within the world. So I clarified that with, again, I have, okay, the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So again, I feel like this is kind of like the drawing line in the sand. This is like almost like this truce type of an energy, this like balance of equality. It's almost like Gaia and like the feminine type of energies are drawing a line in the sand and saying no more of this, no more of this patriarchal way of running things, because it is damaging a lot and it's toxic. And so there's like this line being drawn, and there is this like focus on kind of getting rid of that energy or balancing that energy out. I feel like the Page of Pentacles, like again, this feels like a service to self kind of an energy, being very like greedy, very much like that the King of Pentacles energy that I picked up over here. And there's this line being drawn in the sand saying there no more of this. There is no choice anymore. This is changing, and it's creating a lot of kind of explosive energies with the weather, with government, with masculine energies in people's lives. So that's kind of like what's going on right now, and what will continue to be taking place like over the next like 6 months to 3 years or so. So I am going to go ahead and clarify this just a little bit more. Can I get some more information on the death and rebirth with the King of Pentacles? Okay. Yeah. So we have the snake. So again, this very toxic masculine type of energy. It is, and I mean, the sneaky, toxic, venomous type of behavior or ways of being are what are dying and transforming. But I also kind of pick up like this, like it's kind of happening at the time and in the way that it's supposed to happen. Okay, so intuition with the Two of Chalices. Yeah, so this, again, like this sneaky behavior of the past is what is kind of being demolished, and we're coming into like this more harmonious balance within ourselves, within the relationships in our lives. And that does mean that things have to be revealed, things have to be destroyed, many things have to come up to the surface and be released so that we can come into this harmonious energy. Okay, yeah. So like the decisions and choices that have to be made, the masculine type of energies that feel like they have been kind of trapped into this like kind of way of being, is kind of being helped on more of a higher level than we can even really recognize or wrap our minds around sometimes. And I do feel like feminine energies are playing a very big role in this, and it's not just like females in your life. It's like just the energy of the feminine. And that spiritual, intuitive, emotional, nurturing type of energy that is having a large hand in a lot of these choices that need to be made, and like the unchaining of masculine energy that has been trapped in this way of being. Okay. Yeah, so there is like complete endings taking place here. There's a lot of tower moments that are happening, especially in masculine energy people. So men or women that hold more of a masculine energy, there's a lot of stuff shifting and changing. There's a lot of energies that are ending or situations that are ending in order to create this balance. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I get a message about the weather again here. It's like, even though we're experiencing a lot of tumultuous weather, a lot of things on a collective level, or even in our personal lives, you know, once the storms pass, there will be clarity and you will be able to really kind of like see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it will be more beautiful than, you know, you had anticipated. Like these things have to happen in order for us to get to that place. And okay, so here I'm picking up that there's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of resistance from the masculine energies here. You know, and because of that resistance, it's just creating like more friction. And this shift and this change is going to happen regardless. So the quicker that, you know, people or situations and stuff kind of like surrender to what is happening here, the less friction there will be. But I do see a lot of people like kind of putting up this resistance, the not wanting to change, and it's creating a lot of like aggressive type of energy to come up to the surface here. Okay, so let me get a couple more cards. What else do we need to know about death and rebirth? Okay, yeah, again, wow, like it's so crazy how these messages come out. So this is like that greed, that having many different options and just trying to have all of the options instead of choosing the right one. It's this kind of thing that is being dismantled. And it is more of like that masculine type of energy that kind of does this or experiences this. Okay. Yeah, again, this feminine type of energy stepping in to kind of help masculines during their time of, I guess, like, it's almost like they're dying, but they're not really dying. The like ego or the old way of being is dying. But for many like men out there or people that hold this masculine type of energy, it almost like feels like you're dying. It feels like your world is coming to an end. And just know that there are feminine type of energies that are around you that are wanting to kind of like give you a gift of relief or a sense of knowing that everything is going to be okay. And this could be mother, daughter, husband, wife, boyfriend, or girlfriend, those kind of relationships, those kinds of females that are kind of coming in to help gift some of the masculines with reassurance. Okay. Yeah, so again, I feel like this is almost like a gift that is happening, like a gift from the universe, a gift from the earth. And I also feel like children are playing an important role here. So many of the younger children that are here, even some of the older ones, you know, they hold a higher vibration than the older people that are here. And so they are also here kind of to help shift the vibration of this planet. And so some of you guys may be conceiving of at this time or giving birth to a child, or you just have small children in your life that are playing a role in things that are shifting and changing dramatically within your life. Yeah, I feel like, again, this is like the masculine energies kind of going through like, you know, like they thought they had everything under control. They were doing things in the way that they thought that they were supposed to be doing it. But it's like this like fish like jumps out of the cup and he's kind of surprised. And it's like, oh shit, that didn't pan out the way I wanted to, or it didn't work. And so now there's this like need to look for a new way of doing things, a new way to approach situations. Yeah, a lot of healing going on here, a lot of healing that's going to be needed after this time frame, because there is a lot of disturbances and like destruction going on here as we kind of like dismantle this like old patriarchal society. We're healing the collective though. We are that's kind of like what we're doing here, is we are healing the way that things have been. And that is what is kind of shifting us into this new energy. Okay, so again, like, you know, feeling this resistance from the masculines here, I feel like masculine energies are kind of taking a look at the way things were in the past. They're really reflecting on things from childhood, even on like a governmental or like world type of way of looking at this, is looking at the way that we've done things in the past and trying to kind of repeat that pattern again, but almost having like this realization that might not be the best way to do it because it hasn't exactly panned out in the way that we thought it would, or there's something behind it that is kind of diabolical in some way. Let me get one more card on this. Yeah, we're looking to go more into this harmonious type of an energy instead of, I get a lot of this service to self. That kind of is what needs to change here, that like selfish type of energy. And it's more about like service to others and then getting that reciprocated back in order to create more harmony. And a lot of the masculine energies are what are struggling with this at this time right now. So let's just get like one more card to see what else we need to know. Okay, so Sanctuary 43, this came out in reverse. This card says, you are moving so fast. You are moving so fast, you are at risk for accidents. Slow down. So yeah, that could be, well, again, I feel like this is like another message like from Mother Gaia. This stuff is happening fast. We're shifting fast. It might not seem like it's happening that fast for some people, but we're at a point now where we're like building momentum. And with this Saturn Pluto conjunction, it's like finally like the nail in the coffin. It's like this is done and we're moving into a new era. This has been a time that many astrologers and people have been talking about and waiting for years. So I do feel like things are happening really quickly, and there are like a lot of, you know, like anomalies taking place because of that, but it's all happening to kind of shift this energy here. And I did have under the deck this spiraling into love, which I'm just going to go ahead and read. So this says that there are many styles of communication. Simple words may be effective for making a statement or providing instructions. However, when concepts and emotions enter the exchange, words often fail to convey the message intended. This card asks you to view the way that you communicate. Do you speak from your heart with respect and sincerity? Do you truly listen to the people with whom you are speaking? Resolve to look into the eyes of the person with whom you are communicating and recognize the marvelous being that stands or sits before you. Observe both your own and the other's body language and feel their essence. Listen with discernment before you respond. Formulate your words as if they are prayers wanting to be shared. With gentle grace and positive intent, speak your truth in the most intimate way that you are able to. So I feel like this is kind of just a message letting people know to be understanding of the people that are around them, even if it seems like, you know, shit's hitting the fan or that they are being combative in some way. You know, really try to look deep within the person that you are having to communicate with, to see the deeper part of where they're coming from and why they're experiencing something or why they're acting in a certain way, and try to be that positive light or positive energy that kind of helps them out of that like destructive behavior. So you guys, I hope that these messages helped you. I definitely was not planning to record today, but this like obviously needed to be shared. So I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take care.